you're a mom, maybe a dad, but I only know what a mom would feel, so that's what I'm going to share about. And your kid comes home and they have this huge new tattoo that you don't like and that is in a very visible part of their body. That's one scenario. Scenario two, you love your child's long red hair, and she goes to spend the night to some friend's house and shows up with short black hair. Now, I have been in those two scenarios. In the first tattoo one, it's not happened once, but a number of times already. The hair one only happened once, actually twice. First, my youngest cut her hair, and the second time she dyed it when she said she would never do that. The youngest is 17. The tattoo one only happened after 18 because I always told my kids, no tattoos until you're 18, and then you can do whatever you want. But so this is how it went down with the tattoo thing. When my eldest turned 18, I always thought, well, I'm not going to let them have tattoos before they're 18. When you're 18, I said, I will go with you. I'll pay for it. That will be my present. And that's what I did. So she turned 18. We went together to get a tattoo on her ankle, which is exactly the same as a very tiny one that I have on my ankle. It's kanji that means different things like mystic, wise person, enlightened, a number of, it depends on how you read it. Anyhow, I thought that would cure her, obsession of wanting a tattoo. I was very, very wrong. Something happened to my daughter where she was in a situation that she was scared at. She was at a concert. There were what appeared to be gunshots, and there was trampling, there was stampeding. So it was a traumatic event for her. Now, instead of coming to me and telling me, hey, mommy, I have decided that I'm going to get this tattoo, etc. Now she's 18, she's legally able to do it, she has her own money. She went to the same tattoo artist and came home with a huge tattoo here with a Banksy art piece with a peace sign and a peaceful warrior, I think, but the guy has a gun, and I am against guns, and supposedly so is she, but there she is with her big tattoo, and I was so upset. But and then a number of other tattoos have happened when she's traveled. And she's only 19, turning 20 soon, and just got a huge tattoo on her calf. She has a lot of them. Now, but here's the kicker is that I have tattoos as well. I have 5. Mine are not easily visible. One is in the back of my neck, the other one is in my ribs, the other one is in my groin, one is in my ankle, and then I have the most visible one really would be this one. Why are my tattoos better? My father doesn't like me to have tattoos, and I'm 57. But he doesn't like tattoos at all, so it's something we don't discuss. And so I've had to come to terms. Oh, and also when I was very young, I showed up. I used to work for my dad, and in my teens, he had a language school, and I would teach English at his language school. My sister and I would. So my sister and I showed up with shocking pink hair, but I mean, like in a time where that was, first of all, it wasn't commonplace like nowadays. And my father was very concerned about, appearances, and he sent us home, had us wash our hair. Thank goodness it was spray. We could wash it out. And, I pierced my ears when I was 17, and my sister did it too. I think I have 5 piercings in one ear, which I no longer fill. I just have my little 2 ones down here. But I have 2 on one side and like 5 on the other. Here's the thing that I have had to come to terms with. And so if you are a young person upset because your parents got upset that you either got a tattoo, that you pierced something, that you cut your hair, or shaved your head off, or did something that they just reacted to, this message that I'm going to give right now is for you. It's not like, for example, I love my children. They're the most important thing in my life. I don't care what they do, I'm still going to love them. With tattoos, without tattoos, with shaved heads, with no hair, with whatever. But to a parent, I think what happens is, first of all, when you're blindsided, that I think was what hurt me the most. Maybe not even the word hurt, but surprised me, shocked me, was that I wasn't expecting it. So when my eldest came with that tattoo, when the youngest cut her off her hair and dyed it black and had told me she would never do it and things like that, that I think is what got to me. Now my eldest tells me, she's like, Mommy, I'm getting a tattoo as big as this, and so you can prepare and deal with it however you want to or need to. And I really appreciate that. She doesn't have to, obviously, but she does, and she includes me in it. And now I am used to it, and you know, it's fine. With the youngest, I have had to, I don't know, just think back to my own self when I was younger, and you know, realize that a way that young people break away from their parents is by rebelling. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but against the parents in some way. So usually it's an expression, a physical expression, as dyeing your hair, cutting it off, getting piercings. I've done it. So why am I so shocked when my kids do it? Anyhow, so for the young people, it's not that your parents don't love you. It's not that they don't want you to express yourself. Usually it's this concern, sometimes from a different generation, that believes, oh, if my kid has tattoos, they're going to be judged. Maybe they will be treated differently, which is interesting because my eldest gets pulled out of the security line at the airport almost every time when she's by herself. And so whether we like it or not, you know, there are certain things that society still stereotypes. What happened with my youngest, I think it was, I, as a mother for all these years, you know, you still in your brain, your child is your baby. I am still a baby to my dad. He still gives me certain advice and has his opinion on my hair, on what I should do with it, what I shouldn't, and voices it. Now I take it differently because I'm a mother, so I can see what... I feel that I know where he's coming from. And he's coming from a place of, he loves me and he wants the best for me. And his idea of what the best for me is different than what I feel. So for the moms, I would say it really is, I mean, in the end, and it's really, really, really hard to deal with, but it's the truth. It's our kids' bodies. We want the best for them, but how do we know that is not the best? How do I know that? I mean, those tattoos make my daughter super, super happy. Why are her big tattoos, you know, different than the smaller ones that I have? Why are mine better? Who is to judge? Mine make me happy, hers make her happy. I love long hair, my daughter loves short hair, and she doesn't want to have red hair anymore, so maybe one day she'll dye it blue. I have, not permanently, but I've dyed mine pink, semi-permanently, and you know, in the end, it is all about realizing that, first of all, this is very cliche, but life is a journey. It's a quest to find ourselves, and both our children, and please children know that the parents on the other side are also having their own journey. It really boils down to being able to empathize with the other person, whether it's your parent or your child. So in the side of the child, for example, with my own father, I don't discuss tattoos because what for? And in the case of my children, well, not the youngest so far, but my eldest prepares me now and says, hey, I'm getting this done, this is happening. And so I appreciate it. So it's about communicating, putting yourself in the other person's shoes, and realizing, as I've said before in a different video, that our kids have their journey, we have ours, and we're not alone in this. That's all. We're all doing our best. If you like this video, please comment, share it, subscribe to my channel. If you didn't like it, I'm very sorry. And I do have other videos that maybe might be more interesting to you.